What's up, everybody? My name is Fab Casso, and welcome back to another Customs with Casso. Whew! I was out of breath for some reason. But on the chopping block today is going to be a pair of Smple slides. And as you see, it's already paint on them because I was painting in the basement, like the walls and everything. And I was wearing these, so I'm like, why not just do something else to make them actually look a little bit more presentable. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so first things first, I have my cotton rounds with acetone, and you can't just paint over pretty much anything. You gotta strip the sneaker first. So I'm gonna use that acetone, get off the factory coat. I'm pretty sure this white Smple lettering is gonna come off the sneaker too, so it should just be all black. So let's start that process real quick. Alright, so after acetoning it all off, that Smple Industries branding is still on it. So that's, I guess, some good material. No worries, I wasn't trying to cover it up anyway. So the next part of the process, what I'm going to be doing is sanding the whole thing. I have my sandpaper right here and my sanding block. So I'm going to sand it with a light grade sandpaper because you don't want to damage the leather. So, like I said, I'm going to go over to the whole thing with sandpaper just to make it a lot easier for the paint to adhere to the actual chancla. Alright, so it's sanded down and the Smple branding is still there, which is a good thing. So now what I'm going to do is just use acetone again just to get up any of the excess things that might have came off, the dust or whatever that came off while I was sanding it. Do a couple. The main thing you want to do, especially on this, you definitely want to do the edges and everything because that's where a lot of cracking will begin. So make sure you hit them edges. Got to keep them edges laid. So next, after this, is laying the stencil. Oh yeah, I'm going to be using a stencil on these. Alright, so the process was going to be use the transfer paper over the stencil and lay it down and doing all that, heating it up, doing all that process, but I don't feel like doing all that. So what I'm going to do is just individually take the stencil pieces off of this and lay it where I want to lay it on the sneaker, which is probably going to go over the whole thing. Even if it covers the Smple lettering, I can always go back to white that part back out just so it can pop more. But who knows if I'll just do it over or whatever. But yeah, I'm just going to lay these up so I can show you what it looks like. Alright, so as you guys can see, I took parts of the stencil and laid it on the sneaker. Well, the slide actually. Next thing I'm going to be doing is use my heat gun to heat up and press down, just so like makes it more firm, secure, so when you paint and peel it up, nothing will seep under it. So I'm just going to go over it with my heat gun and place it around, like put more pressure on it so it can be fully sealed. Then I'm going to be laying, first coat is going to be the white. Because if you just lay a straight color over it, it's not going to be as vibrant. So you got to lay the white first. So I'm going to lay the white, show you guys what it looks like with the white. Might even look cool, might just leave it with the white without laying my other color that I'm not telling you guys yet. But yeah, let me stop rambling. Let's get into it. So I whited it out like you guys can see. So I'm gonna use my heat gun, dry it. You don't gotta do a lot of coats. Excuse me. You don't have to do a lot of coats because you're gonna be putting another color over it, whatever color you want. And I'm gonna be using orange or tangerine, the actual name for it. Wait for this to dry. Well, I'm gonna speed up the drying process with my heat gun. If you're using a heat gun, make sure you don't get too close or leave it on one spot for too long because you will damage it. So I'm going to dry that up. Then grab a new paintbrush and lay that tangerine on it. And then spray it with a matte finisher. I think I'm gonna go, yeah, I'm gonna spray it with a matte finisher because I don't want it to get that gloss look. So yeah, be back so you guys can see the final product. So nice and easy, custom. As you can see, the tangerine is laid. I went around the edges and everything with black paint just to do a little touch up. So now, without any further ado, let's untape this thing, shall we? So, bam, my custom sample slide, I was gonna say Nike, my custom sample slide, the tiger stripes, is complete. Just so you guys can see a better little rendition of it, just like that. And yeah, something simple, easy, that anybody can do. It probably took me, would have been faster if I wasn't recording, but probably like a little over an hour or so. I use a Krylon matte finisher spray over it to get that matte look. Then I use a scratch resistant sealer over it just to give it that extra protection. Let me get this other one off because as you can see it side by side, or you can even tell it's even more paint drops on this one, since I was, like I said in the beginning of the video, I was painting the basement walls. I was like, gotta do something. Can't have these looking all busted while I'm walking around. Decided to go with the tiger. I don't know if I'm gonna do the same tiger on this one or do something else. You guys let me know down in the description if I should do a totally different one on that slide. But without any further ado, thank you guys for watching my video. Follow me over there on my Instagram. You'll see more pictures of these and other customs I have done. And yeah, my Instagram, my Instagram is the same as my YouTube. That is Fabcasso. All one word, Fabcasso. Woo! And until next time, peace.